Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tested like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. Their reunion was epic, exciting, and fun to watch. Everybody and their mama was talking about it Sunday night on Twitter, and even yesterday morning, people were still talking about that reunion. The reunion started off with Andy showing flashback clips of seasons 1 through 4, and Andy also asked the ladies over the past 4 seasons, how did any of the ladies change and grow during that time, and everybody said that Ashley changed the most after she had her baby. She became more conservative because they were saying earlier in the thing she was like a kind of wild, free spirited type. And so they say Ashley was the one who changed the most. And when he asked about anybody else, Ashley chimed in and said, well, to her, the only person that didn't really have any changes was Robin and Gizelle. She said Robin and Gizelle were the same women as they were 4 years ago, and I know Giselle has always been that shady green-eyed woman on the show, thinking that she knows everything and stuff like that. So after they did that, they went into where Candice was trying to berate Ashley, telling Ashley about her husband and stuff like that. And Ashley was telling Candice that it was some things that she done to her in the past, that wasn't good, and she wants everybody to. Candice wants everybody to feel sorry for her, because of the situation between her and Monique, and that's when Ashley brought that up because she was saying that the situation between Candice and Monique, Candice wasn't always nice to her, and that's when Candice was trying, like I say, throw shade about her husband and all kind of stuff, and so Andy chimed in and told Candice that she did say some mean things about Ashley. After Ashley had her baby, called her a roach and all other kind of stuff on Twitter, and stuff like that. And so she said, well, she did realize that sometimes her mouth gets her in trouble, and she's trying to work on that, and stuff like that. So after that, that's when Wendy chimed in and told Ashley that words matter too. Said when Ashley said something about that she was aggressive on one of the episodes of Potomac, used the word aggressive. She said she got lots of hate tweets, and people were talking about her real bad. And Wendy said that's when words hurt. And Ashley was saying that she didn't use the word in a derogatory manner, and she was not trying to hurt Wendy's feelings or anything like. But Wendy says words do hurt, which Wendy is right. It's certain words that, like she say, certain trigger words that you use that people are gonna automatically assume that you're that way, even though you're not that way. And so I do agree with Wendy on that part. Where words do matter. Like she said, there was another word that Ashley could have used instead of aggressive. So Ashley kind of said, well, yeah, maybe she should have. Then it went back to the situation between Karen and Gizelle, and Karen was saying that you tried to talk about me and my business back when I was starting my Ladon perfume album, but I mean not album, my Ladon perfume line. She said, I've been hearing that your business is liquidated. She said, no, my business is not liquidated. And so Andy asked her, is your business liquidated? He said, because we have a tweet here from somebody said they tried to go on your website to buy your perfume, your makeup, and it wasn't on there. Giselle said, well, because of COVID-19, my manufacturer couldn't manufacture my stuff, and even though Karen was saying it in a nice way. She said, "Well, my Ladom stuff is still working, and I also started a wig line." And so Karen was trying to tell her, "No, it ain't about no suppliers and distribution. Your business just didn't do good. You failed, or maybe you didn't have the money." And I agree with Karen because there's so many YouTubers and other people say that they made money during the pandemic and stuff like that. So yeah, Gizelle probably didn't have the funds to keep that business up and stuff like that. And so after that, that's when Candice tried to go back at what you call again. And so that's when and that's when Andy kind of chimed in and said, "No, we're not going to talk about that part right now." And then Candice said, "Well, I was going to talk about that later." And then she finally mentioned that her and Chris got their own home, and the only thing her mother gave them was a plant and a flower. And stuff like that, because they were saying, are you still living? Is your mother still paying for her home? And she said, no, her mother's not paying for her home. And after that, that's when Candice was trying to talk about the situation with her and Monique and how she felt scared and afraid and stuff like that. And Monique attacked her and stuff like that. And so Karen came in and said that you did some things too, Candice. And she was saying, well, what did I do? I mean, and so Candice was trying to play it off like she didn't do anything, and like Monique just came at her, but Karen wasn't having it. And so Karen got back on Gizelle and asked Gizelle about her relationship with um, with uh, Jamal Bryant. And she said, even your father said that Jamal Bryant was cheating on you even while he was dating you, and he had 7 babies mamas, and the newest baby is the 7th baby. She said, oh, my dad didn't, oh, my dad is, what she said, her dad is, I don't know if she said her dad was delusional or confused or something she said about her dad. And so she said, it's not just your dad, this rumor's been going around Atlanta. And that's when Monique chimed in and said, yeah, I've heard some stuff too. And then Andy Cohen said, well, do you think it's true? She said, I don't believe nothing that comes out of Monique's mouth or Karen. And so Karen said, I just want to know, I just want to know, is it true? And then that's when Monique came with those receipts and said, yeah, you talking about my husband and calling my husband a big man, but look at your husband. He's slinging his stuff all around Atlanta. And she said, yeah, talking about, and that had me tickled to my tongue when Monique said, yeah, a pastor something hope. And I was saying, oh, she really going in it. She really going at it. And then when she brought up the receipts and she said, and they're gonna try to take up for Gizelle and say, do you really think those text messages are a good receipts, a good thing? She said, you want to see the phone number? And Andy talking about, well, is it Richard? She said, yeah, I'm gonna get the phone number. And they gave the phone number, but they had to bleep out some parts of it. And then Gizelle was looking all funny and she was shocked. And it was like Andy asked her, she said, Andy, you got something to ask me? Andy said, yeah, is that the number? She said, well, yeah. And then that's when Candace gonna chime in. That's unfortunate. But a little bit before that, she said, Monique has been waiting to do this. I don't blame Monique for one bit for that, because Gizelle has been riding that girl ever since she came on the show, Monique. And also what you call, so it was like Team Karen with Monique and Ashley, and Team Gizelle with Robin and Candice, and you know who won that fight? Team Karen. And so I'm just waiting for episode 2 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. And like I said, it was a good epic reunion, and I'm waiting on the second one this Sunday. This is Abe Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. I am out.